is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
You know, I have trash in my garage. We can only, listen to this, we only get trash removal every 2 weeks. And so it builds up. You know, your trash accumulates. And because of the trash in the garage, we started getting a bunch of fruit flies in the garage. I was like, oh, this is nasty. Now I have bug spray. And I was going out there spraying. But still, it was so hot and everything, these fruit flies were looking for somewhere to go and multiply. And they were doing it in our garage. Like, this is disgusting. So yesterday, I basically had to go to the dump, all right, to get rid of these bags of trash that normally we would have accumulated and thrown out normally every 2 weeks. But there was just too much, you know, too many bugs. I was like, I gotta get this out of here before these bugs start trying to come in the house and everything. So it's funny because I was getting the bags ready to take to the dump. And guess what I noticed? Ants. Ants everywhere on the ground as well. So we had fruit flies and ants coming in because of the heat, trying to get to the trash in the garage. And I'm like, oh, this is nasty. Now we have both, right? We have air and ground attack. What's next? What can we have water bugs too? Then we got land, sea, and air attacks all coming into our house, right? Good news is it was isolated to the garage. Okay, it was just in the garage, that was it. And it was isolated to the area of the trash cans. It wasn't like, oh my god, the whole garage is infested or anything like that.
Oh no, that was so dirty.
It was just, these bugs were, you know, coming into the garage, and it was very annoying. So, after having sprayed with bug spray for about 2-3 days, realizing there's no way this is going to stop, I gotta freaking get this trash out of here. Yesterday, I geared up, these giant-ass rubber gloves, and I basically took giant garbage bags. I piled our trash into these garbage bags and tied them up full of bugs, disgusting, tossed them into the car, and went to the garbage dump. And I got rid of them. And of course, it was gross, you know, in the car, all of a sudden, some of these bugs are coming up. Like, this is nasty, right?
King of the pigs. Huh? Wait. You're a disgusting pig?
So, anyway, I got rid of it. It wasn't a huge deal, but then when I came home, now the bugs are confused. The ones that are still alive, that is, because of course a bunch of them were in the trash and some of them got killed by the bug spray. But now I got ants still coming in, because you know how ants work. Don't they communicate via, isn't it like a pheromone or something? Like they smell and they communicate that way, and that way they know where to go. So they think there's food. Now there's no food anymore. It's all gone. The garage has nothing in it for them to eat. So they're coming in and they don't know what to do anymore. So they're just walking in and they're walking like a circle and they're confused. So like, what am I going to do? So I had to kill them all again, which sucks. I don't like having to kill a bunch of innocent ants. They didn't do anything, but they're coming into my garage. And what I ended up doing was making a perimeter of kind of bug spray at the bottom of the garage. And I already have ant traps from previous invasions at the other end of the house at our back door. And I put down the ant traps at the end of the garage and basically let it sit for the rest of the day. And one more time I went out there and I saw some and I got rid of them. And then by the end of the day, I went out there again, finally gone.
I look like Porky Pig.
Yesterday, in all of his intelligent wisdom, Elon Musk posted up a tweet publicly on his account stating that he didn't feel that the block feature on Twitter/X app, whatever you want to call it now, had any kind of meaning or use. That it was a very dumb feature to block people on Twitter or X. Therefore, he's going to remove it. To which, the moment he posted that up, hundreds of thousands of people freaked out. They immediately started posting up, I'm gone. If the day I can't block people on this app, I'm out of here. With all the online harassment, the scams, the bots, all kinds of crap that happens on the internet. Now you expect me to use your social media app and have to put up with all that with no way to avoid any of that kind of bad activity? There's absolutely no way I would use it. I'll just leave. Alright? So first of all, there was a big public outcry backlash saying this guy's out of his mind. How does he not understand what a block feature could possibly do? Then the memesters started coming out and saying things such as, well, the reason that we think that Elon Musk is saying this is because everyone blocked him. Because he tweets the dumbest shit and no one wants to see it, but it keeps getting recommended. I can attest to this. My feed, for some reason, keeps getting a ton of Elon Musk tweets. Why? Because I interacted with the guy once. Like, once I responded to one of his tweets. So why on earth is he the top of my feed every day? He's literally changed the algorithm of the site so he's at the forefront so everyone reads his goddamn tweets. But people got tired of it and blocked his ass. so I don't have to put up with it. And I think he's pissed about it. Like, oh, everyone blocks me and I own the site. Well, watch this. I'll just remove the block feature. Now you gotta read my tweets, right? So basically, a lot of people think he's just an egomaniac, and this is why he's gonna do it.
That's like me, right?
But the best part about the whole situation is that it only lasted about 2 hours. Because after 2 hours, his own team of employees who will do those community correction posts under actually did a community correction post on him, stating Elon Musk has no power to remove the block feature from X, because if he does, this app is no longer valid to be listed either on the iOS or the Google Play stores. They have terms of service that require social media apps to have a way to block people who harass you. So if it doesn't have a block feature, they literally can't be used ever again. The whole app would be shut down and no one would be able to use it. His own employees corrected his stupidity. Made him look like the dumbest asshole on the planet, which he was. I mean, you are a billionaire. You're the richest dude on the planet. Do you think maybe you should think for 5 seconds before you post something stupid on your own fucking app? Before you look like a jackass to the world? He thinks he's like immune, is what it is, because he's so rich. You know, I can do whatever I want. I can spread misinformation. It doesn't matter, because I'm Mr. fucking richest in the world. He's a moron.
Phil's not self-aware.
He really is. It's sad. This guy's in charge of multi-billion-dollar companies. He's got the lives of thousands of people in his hands. And he just acts on a whim without thinking, without any kind of, rational thought. Just say whatever I want. He's a fucking idiot. And this is the kind of... Why would you put your faith in a guy like that? Why would you ever want to invest in a company he fucking runs? Why would you want to buy a car he makes when he's an idiot? It's funny because someone said, what's the key to success, right? It's like, what's the missing piece to a complete and successful life? Is it intelligence? Is it skill? Is it experience? Or is it, oh, that $1 billion my parents gave me. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, perfect. That's the missing piece, right? Yeah, if only I had all that inheritance too. Yeah, I'm sure, I'd be able to be doing stuff.
Are you waiting on your parents' life insurance money or something?
That's life, right? So, anyway, it was one of the most hilarious moments I've experienced on Twitter/X since Elon Musk bought it. He literally made him look like the dumbest person on the planet on his own fucking business. So, here's an announcement, all right? I'm going to read it word for word so you guys get it right from him, not from me trying to translate, but I'm actually going to read his messages word from word this morning. Okay, so here we go. Hey, everyone. I have some bittersweet things to say today. I've already sent Phil an email about this, so he knew that this was coming. I've been considering this for a couple of weeks, when it would be the best time to step away from my engagement with Phil's streams, and I eventually settled on today. Basically, my life this year has not gone the way that I wanted it to. It's not a problem with money or trolls, it has to do with my responsibilities. My work has just become more and more busy. Plus, I've been needing to give support to an increasing number of people in my life, on top of my own health not being at its best at this very moment. As a result, I've ended up with very little time to watch Phil's content at all, and I'm seeing the signs that I need to commit to a shift in focus. Okay? That was part 1. Now we're going to read part 2. I've already made arrangements to pass the torch of counting Phil's fighting game wins and losses to a different fan of his who prefers not to be named. As for my tips, well, there may be times in the future when I'll have something to say, and I'd like to see Phil respond on his podcast, for instance, but it's true, generally you will not be seeing me anymore, at least for the time being. I've greatly enjoyed contributing to these streams with my tips and tips, meaning financial and tips about the game as well. But nothing in life lasts forever, and I've been reminded of this a lot recently. That said, I've always been a fan of Phil's, and I still hope that someday my life will calm down and I can come back reliably and chill with all of you. And I know that, at whatever time that does eventually happen, he'll still be here making content. So there you go. So rather than just disappearing, which, by the way, I will say this, that was nice of Game Checker to write everyone a message, because there's been people over the years who supported me, and they moved on, and that's perfectly fine. That happens to everyone, right? But in a case like Game Checker, where he's been here consistently for every Street Fighter stream, he's had so many things to add. He's had tips and things for me to learn the game. People might say, well, whatever happened to him, right? Is he all right? Is he alive? Did he move on? What happened? In this case, he opted to actually write a personal message to everyone so that everyone knows what's going on with them, right? And the thing is, something like this happens literally every day. Literally, every single day, this kind of thing happens, where people say, I can't do it anymore, whether it's I can't watch the streams anymore. Yeah, him coming by every single Street Fighter 6 stream and tipping allowed me to play as much as I did, all right? Without his support, maybe I wouldn't have been able to commit as much time or as much effort as I did. And by the way, not just financially, but his tips about the game actually taught me a lot about the basics when I was trying to learn them back in June.
What? Protein-packed milk did a super chat says, I love that you have sneaky drinks on the streams.
Now, the reason that I read those messages the way I did is because he also tipped, but I wanted to read the messages first so we could all enjoy the impact of the messages before idiots started going crazy, because he tipped me $150 with those messages, okay? So rather than go, oh, he tipped, oh, where's the hat, where's the vest, oh, where's the glasses, Phil? Instead, I wanted to fucking read the messages and let's talk about them and let them sink in first before we start freaking out about a contribution like some people do, okay?
Oh my god, he's drinking wheelchair donations. Yes, Game Checker tipped $150. Thanks for the money, stupid fuck. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.